Hey, Eric Paris. Very nice to have this interview with you.
My pleasure.
So we have several questions to ask you about XEPAG, of our event and of our platform. Regarding the ethical and societal impacts of AI, we're very concerned about the following issues. The first one is, how can we ensure the safety and the reliability of AI systems to prevent potential risks and harms?
Well, for now, we have to understand that we are at the very early stage of development of AI. When we talk about AI, we're really talking about the deployment of artificial intelligence. Intelligence that is to be similar to the level displayed by humans. What we have today, generative AI, it's not even close to that. So that's why models today require a lot of fine-tuning and also guardrails, because we will see that some of these problems will appear and appear. So for now, we need to spend a lot of time in doing so to make sure that the models are going to be perfect. Yet, in the future, the models will become better. Perhaps they will follow a different architecture, allowing these restrictions to be in place to really reflect what we want to get out of the models. So let's not be scared about the results today. AI, it's only at the early stages today, and it's going to improve for the future.
Thanks for your answer. The second one would be, could the development of AI lead to massive unemployment? If so, how should we prepare for and address this situation?
That's a very good question, and in fact, it reminds me of instances in the past when new technologies actually impacted jobs too, and people expected indeed that many people would lose their jobs. However, at the end of the day, we realized that technology impacting a number of jobs certainly also gives us the opportunity to create many new jobs. So for people, all of us have different tasks. Some of the tasks that we perform are possible to automate, not all of them. So if we have tasks that can be automated, I can use technology, I can use computers, I can use calculators, why not? However, if there are other tasks that probably provide more value, that are more creative, I can definitely still maintain my opportunity in the job market. Overall, technology will create more and more jobs. Imagine only the internet. A lot of people today work and live pretty much with the internet today. 40 years ago, we had no idea about this. So let's be optimistic about the future.
Right, thank you. That's very inspirational. In terms of protecting personal privacy and data security, how should AI technology evolve and improve? What's your take?
Well, the same advice that we had many years ago, it's something we need to follow up today. You cannot enter your personal information in when you ask a question to an LLM today, for example, because that information can be used eventually for the companies training these models. In the same way that you don't want anything confidential to go into your social media accounts. So let's follow the same advice. Companies will try to obtain information from different sources, and it's up to us to actually protect it, to make sure that we maintain the information private. So only the information that we think can be public can be displayed in these models, can be displayed in our social media accounts.
Oh, thank you. Very, very impressive answers. For the latest advancements in AI technology, we look forward to learning about what potential innovations and breakthroughs are there in key technology areas such as deep learning.
Well, when we talk about AI, let's remember we're only at the early stages. We talk about deep learning, and that's basically machines trying to learn from a lot of data. We've seen that these models can become larger and larger. They are not going to become better and better. At some point, we'll hit a ceiling. Instead, there will be better models coming up. There will be better ways to understand the world. Remember, a baby still doesn't speak, yet a baby knows a lot about the world. The baby knows that this cell phone is going to fall if I drop it from the table. Yet, a model, for now, it's only using some pictures and some text. That's not the way to understand the world. Babies usually learn about the world through video because they are watching a lot of video all the time. So that's how we have to eventually study and create something similar to that. So models in the future will have these models of the world, and that's what is going to let them to become more and more intelligent.
Cool. I love your answers. How far do you think are we from achieving general AI? What technical challenges still need to be overcome?
First of all, technically, we can think about intelligence as the capability to replicate human intelligence. However, when you think about general AI, there's really no term. We don't know exactly what general AI because we haven't seen it. None of us can be said very, very good at many different aspects. Some of us are good at math, some of us are good at soccer or different activities. Yet there's no general intelligence that we can see now. Now, in the future, we will see systems evolving, yet we won't see a moment, a milestone when we found artificial general intelligence. We will have many different AIs that will help us for many different things, many different activities. So we don't have a specific moment when we will say we will get to that point. Now, if we think about the possibility of replicating human intelligence, that's probably going to happen by the end of the century because we're still far away from replicating human intelligence. The beautiful models that we have today are still very limited. They make mistakes, hallucinate. So really, that's not the path. There has to be a better way to be able to replicate human intelligence.
Oh, that's right. What do you think are the application prospects of AI in various industries? What challenges might we face in the process of promotion?
Oh, technology is going to be everywhere. When you think about AI, let's not get carried away by the fact that AI is a new technology. In reality, AI is part of technology. Technology is evolving from the moment 1.2 million years ago when we managed fire. That was a new technology. And with that, thanks to that, we're able to find warm food, find energy sources, and so on. In the same way, technology has continued its evolution, and today we have these new technologies that allow us to replicate apparently human knowledge. Yet, that's just one step. So this technology is going to continue to evolve. In the same way that today, you don't even think about electricity. I know my phone is charged because I charge it today in the plug. I know I have my computer running, and that's all I care. I don't care about where the electricity is coming. Yet I know there's going to be a generator somewhere generating that electricity. In the same way, intelligence is going to be a commodity in the future. It will be available for all of us to use, and it won't be expensive. So that is the future. And I won't care who is providing the intelligence. I will care about the applications, what we build on top of that intelligence availability for all of us.
Thanks for answers again. Like very, very inspirational and amazing answers I've ever get. For the XEPAG Entrepreneur Summit, we are filled with anticipation and hope. So what kind of platform do you think the XEPAG Entrepreneur Summit is? What are your expectations and messages for our platform?
When you think about platforms like XSPA, we need to think about the potential to recognize that networking is a very important part. If you remember major companies like Google, for example, it was started by two people, and these two people met in the classrooms of Stanford University. They had a great idea, they shared that idea, and they created a company that today employs hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. Now, that's what we expect to find in entrepreneur summits like this, because that's where we actually help entrepreneurs to connect with one another, to share their activities, to share what they're trying to do. And hopefully, that will be also the moment when the spark comes out and we will see new initiatives coming up in the near future. So I definitely am very glad to participate in these type of events because it's an opportunity for entrepreneurs to connect, to learn from each other, and to eventually to create something new, perhaps the Google of the future.
Very insightful. So what specific benefits and gains do you think the companies and entrepreneurs can obtain from participating in the XEPAG Summit?
One of the key things about starting a company is that you want your employees, your founders, to be diverse. People who have different ways of thinking, people who have different backgrounds. That's what makes richer the process of starting a company. And if you see most of the major companies in the world, you will see that many of them actually were started by people from many different nationalities, backgrounds, beliefs, religions, and so on. That's what I expect to see. People coming from different areas, different backgrounds, and then connecting to be able to learn something new. Because we're always learning, and that's what leads us to progress. So I expect the event to congregate entrepreneurs, people willing to start a new career, a new enterprise, into creating a company that is going to be eventually big in the future.
Thank you for sharing. And that's almost much of our interview for today. Thank you, Edgar and Paris.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us.